truth with every word. It's Old Truthford. You don't need a halo to know where to go. Unite in the fight, and it's the best for sure. If you don't believe me, watch this video. It's truth with every word. It's Old Truthford.
All right. Welcome back to the home of Honestly Biased Sports content. Welcome back to Old Truthford. How are we doing, folks? Did you generate the song with AI? I did not. That is 100% from the mind of the admin and a few friends. Hi, admin. Good to see you, Caleb. Good to see you, Bakul. Real question is, where is Layla? For those who are wondering who Layla is, Admin's Angels, McKenz does appear to have a friend who is a girl called Layla, and all that we know so far is that she likes to smoke watermelon cherry vapes. So, yeah, do with that information what you will. Admin needs to change this song. Truthfordians, good to see you, Ethan Johnson, in the house. Keith, good to see you as well. Keith in the house, not the dentist music again. We back. Oh my god, the song got worse. How could they possibly even happen? Now there's words. Best believe it's getting better. It's evolving, much like Old Truthford and much like Manchester United's midfield, supposedly. Now that is a segue. Okay, let's move on over to the news. Admin is a big band jazz music composer. Don't let them know, Ethan. Don't let them know. Shh. I'm paying $4.99 a month for that. You're paying $4.99 to eventually get a finished song by the end of the month. Well, not the month, by the end of the season. That's what you're paying for, Keith. Admin, I want to support you, but that song has to go. The song goes, then I go. We're not abandoning the song. The song is the soul of Old Truthford, and you don't want to see admin just disappear, do you? Okay, let's get into the news, lads. So, first things first. Man United are one of the clubs interested in signing 20-year-old midfield star Breno Biden from Corinthians. Hopefully there's nothing on his laptop, am I right? The club have already contacted the player's agent to discuss the possibility of his transfer in the January transfer window. Now, this could be the replacement for Mainu. If Mainu does obviously push for a loan, then maybe we go in for Breno Biden to take his place. Because realistically, we're not letting Mainu leave without bringing another signing in. So who will that signing be? Time will tell. Or we just keep Mainu, but I don't think it's smart keeping an unhappy player with the squad. I mean, we've obviously seen what happened with Garnacho last season. Not another Corinthians player. What's wrong with Corinthians, Keith? What's wrong with Corinthians? We've got a little montage of him here. I'm hoping this won't get copyrighted, given the fact that it's not Premier League footage. What league do Corinthians even play in? Is it the Greek league? Corinthians. Wait, no way. Is this Serie A? What? No, I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm going to guess it's the Greek league, if not the Brazilian league. Someone help me out. Guarantee they want 50 million euros. I mean, he looks fancy. He looks like he's doing a few flicks, but is that realistically what we need in the midfield? I mean, I feel like we need more of a defensive player in the midfield than somebody who's doing all of these fancy tricks. But yeah, Manchester United are among the clubs interested in Corinthians midfielder Breno Biden and have contacted the player's entourage to start negotiations about a January transfer. I guess we'll have to wait and see how that one develops. I can't get hyped for these players' highlight videos, like no disrespect to these players, admin, but when the bosses check me out on the camera, if I'm any good, I look phenomenal until they see me in real life. I mean, you make a good point, Keith. You make a good point. I mean, you guys don't see what the admin does when these cameras are off. Man, I'm just stripping down this suit and just looking out onto this sunrise. Believe me, I don't just have 2 glow sticks when I'm doing that as well, if you know what I mean. Okay, back on to the next story. You can be happy for Højlund while also admitting that not every player has what it takes to succeed at Manchester United. Yeah, people can be happy for Højlund. Personally, I'm not, because I found him a bit cringeworthy, and I do think that he kind of wasted the opportunities that he was given at Manchester United. Am I happy for him as a player? Stop the Instagram posts, bro. But yeah, more power to Højlund. I hope he scores more goals against Farmers in the Serie A or in international duty. Good luck to him. Man is definitely having a vicious handy when the cameras are out. I'm doing FIFA squad builder challenges. Is that what that means, Caleb? Tell us who you got. Tell us who you got in your squad builder challenge, and the admin will give you some knowledge. Is that even still a thing? I haven't watched like squad builder challenge videos since like FIFA 20 or something like that. What else do we have? So, Indicalo reported today, we broke the exclusive news on Carlos Baleba, Bruno Fernandes. Now the same source has promised us world exclusive on Monday morning, 10 a.m. Manchester United fans, be sure to follow us. Now, are they farming for followers? Potentially, probably. Do we care? No. We are going to buy into this because obviously we have no choice to. But yeah, the news did break early on today. We'll be covering that in just a sec. But this is the stat that we're all here for tonight. Best attacks this season, most XG created via XG Philosophy, which is the main account for XG on Twitter, have come out and said Manchester United have created 15.72 XG this season. So I believe that's just in the league. It's not including it's not including the Carabao Cup. Was it Carabao Cup? I think it was Carabao Cup game against Grimsby Town. So 15.72. We played 7 games in the league. We're creating about 2.1 XG every game in comparison to Arsenal, who are second, and Chelsea, who are third. And yet, how many goals have we scored this season in the league? Let's have a look. We have scored 9. So we are literally underperforming in XG standards by about 6 to 7 goals, which is absolutely atrocious for us. What else do we have here? So The Athletic came out today saying that they asked the game's deal makers about best and worst deals, under the radar signings that could surprise people, and will more players go on strike? So in terms of the worst deal of the transfer window, the Athletic's agent survey, so agents that are representing footballers, for some reason, Benjamin Šeško got 6 votes as the worst deal of the transfer window. So what does it say here? When 20 agents were surveyed, some voted for more than one player. Šeško received the most votes. So 20 agents were surveyed and Šeško got the most votes, 6, double second place of James Trafford. Seems like everyone else just got one vote. But Benjamin Šeško, 6 votes. How does that make sense? Does that make sense to anyone? Why Benjamin Šeško would be voted for worst signing? Or the worst deal, rather? How much did we pay for Šeško? Šeško price to Man United. So we paid £74 million for Šeško. Do they think that he just wasn't worth £74 million? Or how are the agents voting that Šeško is the worst deal of the transfer window? Best player I got was Bowen, lovely. Shout out to Danny Dyer, both of them. How is Isaac not listed It's insane, isn't it? Wait, no. So Isaac is listed. Sorry. Let me just scroll down. So Isaac got 1 vote, and so did Verts. I mean, Verts cost double the amount of Sheshko, didn't he? And he's not got an assist in the league or a goal, and yet Sheshko, who's got 2 goals, has been voted. And this is after Sheshko's got his 2 goals, by the way. This isn't before when he's like not performed or whatever, and there's still questions around him. He gets 6 votes, 6 times the amount of Florian Wirtz and Isaac. I just don't get it. What do the agents have against Manchester United? Sesko has more goals than he does. You know why he's the worst player? Because he plays for the Red Devils. Also, Isaac is the worst signing. He should be scoring right off the bat, but he's not because he's been exposed. I mean, I think Isaac has been exposed, if I'm being honest. Like, the fact that he has not even scored a goal and he doesn't have to adjust to a new league, he doesn't have to do any of this. He's in like one of the best attacks in the country. I mean, terrible from Isaac. But we move on. So our sources, this is the Indicator news that I was referencing earlier. So at 10 a.m., something like that today, they posted, our sources at Man United are reporting that United Arab Emirates-based consortium are meeting United officials in London at 1 p.m. The UAE officials are very serious about purchasing the club. The Glazers are open to all possibilities. Now, what I'll say is this. Given the fact that the Glazers haven't openly come out with any statements saying that they're looking to sell the club, and so Jim hasn't mentioned it, for Indicator to say that their sources at Man United are reporting that United Arab Emirates-based consortium are meeting United officials in London at 1 p.m, for them to say this, their sources have to be higher or at the same level as the Glazers. Because how can their source know that the Glazers like are meeting up, or the Glazers or Sir Jim are meeting up with United Arab Emirates? Like, how can they know that? Unless they're like bloody Sir Jim's personal assistant or something, how can they possibly know that Man United are meeting up with his people? It's absolute BS in my opinion. I just really, people are trying to milk this Saudi deal for as much as it's worth. I don't see it happening. I do not see it happening. Put the Old Truthford stamp of approval on this. A Saudi takeover, or United Arab Emirates, whatever you want to say, takeover is not happening, I'm afraid, guys. It's not happening. Xerxes and Ugarte rating people's fits. I mean, I don't know if they're in any position to rate people's fits, given the fact that they both don't fit into United's plans right now. Sir Alex, I'm going to give him 5 because he's the GOAT. He has the style, old school. So they're rating people out of 5, different outfits and stuff. Again,
I don't understand the face.
Post too much of this without getting
what he's doing.
But, they go through, rate everyone's outfits, like Sir Alex. Who else? Lenny Yoro, Angry Ginge, David Beckham, and Buemo. And yeah, I'm not going to lie, I don't really value these two's opinions all that highly right now, given the fact that they can't perform on the pitch. Xerxes, he hasn't really been given much of an opportunity, so not gonna dig him out too much. But Ugarte, don't worry, an Ugarte video is coming. His time will come. But yeah, this is what they had to say. And Buemo, I think it's a 0. I don't like the bag, the beard, the haircut. I mean, obviously trying to make this clip somewhat entertaining. But at the same time, come on now, you can't do Mbomo like that. One of our best players of the season. Meanwhile, you guys look like kind of salty bench players. Not good. Not good at all. Marcus Rashford has come out blaming his environment for his inconsistency. I mean, talk about victim complex, but here we go. I feel like I've been in an inconsistent environment for a very, very long time, so it's even more difficult to be consistent. I think consistency is what I need to bring into my game. And yeah, I'm looking to do that. Obviously, I want to be at my best, not sometimes, but as often as possible. Like, I don't know, guys. I mean, for him to say, oh, okay, the environment was inconsistent at United, and that's the reason why he's been inconsistent or found it difficult to be consistent is a bit of a cop-out when you look at players like Bruno Fernandes, who's had, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 different managers, and yet Bruno Fernandes has turned up every single game and put in a shift. So for the likes of Marcus Rashford to say, oh, okay, it's because of the environment, which is why I've been poor, just a bit of a cop-out, really, isn't it? Jesus Christ, admin Marab is fighting again in December. He's going for four title defenses in a year. That is insane. Who's he fighting in December? Has it come out? I do need to start doing the UFC streams, but it's just at the cost of my sanity and my sleep schedule. Rashford is pissing me off. Yeah, that's no surprise, is it? I mean, he hasn't really filled himself with grace going away from United, suddenly being able to track back and run and all of this sort of stuff. Like, he seems like a player who just threw his toys out the pram, if we're being honest. Jan, he's fighting. Wow, okay. Who else is on that card, Caleb? Who else is on that card? You could do next UFC event. It's in Saudi, so main event is like 10, 11 p.m. Okay, I like the sound of that. Is that the one with Tom Aspinall in? Let's see. UFC. What's the next one? Yes, it is. So that's Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane, which is hilarious because, I mean, a lot of people are putting a lot of emphasis on Tom Aspinall winning that fight because of, obviously, all the stick they gave John Jones for not fighting him, MMA Guru particularly. Don't know if you watch him, Kalen, but MMA Guru is hilarious. Pantoja v Van is the co-main. Pantoja v Van. Okay. I'm not too bothered about that fight, if I'm being honest. I mean, I'm not going to lie, there's not a lot of amazing UFC fights. I mean, not UFC fights, but UFC cards going on. Like, there's not that many big names anymore. I watched the clips, which is hilarious. Yeah, it's insane. He's very good. He's very good. But yeah, back on United. Matheus Cunha on being at Manchester United. I try as much as possible to adapt, to learn. It's only been 2 months, but it feels like I've been here a long time because of the club's current situation. I have to get results as quickly as possible because I'm assigning. All of this helps a lot to find the adaptation faster and feel as good as possible in the national team. Okay, so yeah, Cunha giving us a bit of a window into the soul of a current Manchester United new signee, saying that it feels like he's been at United for a long time now because of the stress that has been put on not only the fans but the players as well at Manchester United from the poor results. But yeah, very, very interesting from Matheus Cunha there. Islam versus I can't remember his name, but yeah, JDM I think will be massive. When is that fight? Because that fight's coming up soon, isn't it? Not? Is that at the end of the year? Okay, so that's in November. Oh, I can't be asked to watch another bloody Leon Edwards stinker at 4 a.m, mate. I don't know about that fight. It's going to be a good fight. I'm hoping that Jack Della Maddalena can get it done. But no, I think Islam will be too much for him, to be honest. Will be massive, 5 weeks. Definitely will do a stream for the Tom Aspinall fight, though. I will do a stream for that. What else do we have from Cunha? So being here now in the national team at United is without a doubt a different level, a different moment as a player. Okay. Matheus Cunha on debunking the myth in Brazil that he is just a striker. I think because I play for Manchester and people watch me more on the field, they understand how I play better. I think it's part of having that weight of being seen as a centre forward, which is a privilege. It's a weight that comes after the Tokyo Olympics. And if I'm going to have that weight and be champion, I think it's worth putting up with some of the confusion surrounding my playing situation. I don't know what he's talking about here. I know that Cunha played as a striker for Carlo Ancelotti for Brazil, so maybe he's talking about Brazilians thinking that he's just a striker, but he's actually an attacking midfielder. I don't know what that's to do with. We've read that one out. Lissandro Martinez will step back up to first team training this week, supposedly. He is eyeing the fixtures with Brighton and Nottingham Forest as targets for his return. My highlight this year was watching Chama smash that fraud Ankalaev in the rematch. I mean, that was good to see. Obviously, people are highlighting the fact that Ankalaev was injured, but then I think like Pereira was injured in their first fight, so it's kind of just swings and roundabouts, really, isn't it? I don't think too many UFC fighters pull out anymore from fights. Any notable main card ones, anyway. I think it's been a while since any of them have pulled out. But yeah, Lissandro Martinez obviously would be a big return for Manchester United. So he's eyeing the fixtures with Brighton and Nottingham Forest. When are those fixtures? Let's see here. So Brighton is 25th of October. Will he be risked in our next game after Liverpool? I doubt it. Nottingham Forest maybe comes off the bench, but I don't think he's going to get any game time in October, I don't think. And then this quote I kind of liked because, I mean, Cunha showing a bit of a deeper side to himself here. If you guys can kind of translate what this means, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, so this is what Cunha had to say. We live in a constant search for something. Even though a difficult moment when you're pursuing a dream and encountering a few obstacles leaves you feeling a bit lost, wanting to understand. And despite having so much, you don't feel fulfilled by what you've achieved and have to constantly remember where you came from to understand where you've arrived. Guys, what is that? What is that? Admin, did you get my picture? Sorry, Keith, I haven't been too active in the DMs recently. I will edit that. I'm going to say, yeah, it will be ready for tomorrow night's stream. So you will be added onto the Angels credit roll. But don't worry, the shout out will be given. But yeah, I did see that you've messaged me, so I haven't seen the photo yet. But I will edit that so it's ready for tomorrow's stream, mate. Cunha as well in his progression as a player. I play my entire youth career as a midfielder, and when I became a professional, I encountered this world of 4-3-3. It seems like you have to adapt, either play centre forward, winger, or 8. They eliminated the midfielder position, and you have to adapt. But I see it positively, as it has given me experience, many more positions, and even more so in short-term tournaments with the national team. Having a versatile player is a huge help for any coach, which is true. I mean, if anyone was to get injured, you can fill in for a number of positions. I do personally think that Amorim is going to go with Mount over Cunha against Liverpool. So yeah, if anyone does get injured, Cunha can just slot right in straight away. Howdy, admin. Howdy, Nav. How you doing, mate? Hope you've had a good day, pal. And Manchester United will wear their 25-26 away kit for the first time in a competitive game against Liverpool on Sunday. What do we make of the kit, folks? Do we rate the kit, yes or no? personally, I think it's a bit of a bland kit, to be honest. I think it looks crisp. It looks... You could see people wearing that on like a day out here, you know, in the club. But it does look a bit bland to me. I'm good. Well, I passed my acute medicine and BLS exams today. Ayo. Wait a second here, Nav. Well done, mate. Shout out to Nav on passing his acute medicine and BLS exams. Bro, how do you have the time to study for these exams when you're out chasing tail, am I right? But we wait a sec, what's this? We love you, Nav. Keep going. Nav is soon going to give us all free healthcare in the town of Old Truthford. So shout out to Mr. Nav. Chasing what? Chasing tail. Look it up, mate. Look it up. Chasing tail. Don't really enjoy the purple one as much as the black one. The black one is my favorite. Yeah, the black one is decent, to be fair. I don't know about this one. And this is what we have been told today via Fabrizio Romano. Man United are interested in Adam Wharton. Several clubs are also interested, but Crystal Palace are focused on the season with the player and not interested in selling in January. Yeah, there's no way we're getting him in Jan. Crystal Palace will access Wharton's situation with him in 2026. Well, access? It's assess. Oh my god. Come on, guys. Come on, United Twitter. You can do better than that. And Kobe Mainu is trying his best, working hard and creating no problems at United. Ruben Amorim wants him to stay, but his story could pick up again if he's not playing, as several clubs from England, Spain and Italy are interested in Mainu on loan. We will be releasing a video on Kobe Mainu on Wednesday, just going over his situation in a bit more detail. But yeah, I mean, Kobe, we all know that he's not like going to cause problems like Garnacho. I mean, he is literally a United fan. I don't see why he would. But at the same time, I just feel like his United career is going to go a certain way if we don't let him go on loan in Jan. Because you look at Anthony Martial, his career at United really did fall off a cliff when Jose Mourinho wouldn't play him, and it resulted in him being left out of the World Cup squad for France, where they won the World Cup. So, like, Kobe Mainu, he's going to be fuming if he's left out of that England squad. And it doesn't look like he's going to get into it without game time, so he needs to go on loan. I think that it's worth a lot more keeping your relationship with the player over having someone as a backup player. I really do think that we need to let Kobe Mainu go out on loan if we do want him to have a future as a Manchester United player. Kobe Mainu is not for sale at any price. I get rid of Mainu tomorrow. Martial was good, but he was constantly getting injured. I swear, Martial under Solskjaer, I swear he went like one season where he got like 5 goals or something. And then everyone just kept hyping him up because obviously he had good link-up play, but he got like 5 goals the entire season. Something like that. Remember, a 17-year-old Mainu was the best player for England in that tournament. True. Very true. Yeah, it's such a shame because I think it's just clear that I don't know if Mainu's got the desire to want to improve to the extent where he can play in the 3-4-3, because he obviously has the talent and the capability of doing it. I do not think he's so stunted as a player that he can't perform in that midfield, but at the same time, is he willing to sacrifice himself and and his potential career for the system and for United. Like, you look at Ahmad, and you've got to respect Ahmad in a way. Like, he's an out-and-out winger, and yet he's kind of sacrificing himself to play for the club at right wing-back. Like, he's still finding success there, and he's had to adapt his game and obviously his pressing and all of this sort of stuff. But for Mainu, I just don't know. I feel like he really does not believe that he's going to perform well in this system, or he just does not believe the system for some reason. Let Mainu go on loan. Surely the responsibility is on the manager here. Responsibility for what is on the manager, Nilayan? Mainu and Baleba swap for loan. That would be an interesting one, to be fair. That would be a very interesting one if, like, we swapped. So when we somehow have the money for Baleba, and then we send Mainu on loan to Brighton to sweeten the deal. The biggest problem I have with Mainu is that when United bring him into the pitch, when we are trying to speed the game up, he's slowing the game down to suit himself. I don't know if we're intentionally putting him on to, like, control the game, though, because sometimes I think, I don't know, it's such a weird one with Mainu. I have seen clips, like when I was editing the Delo video, I was looking at, I think it was the second Brentford goal, or it might have been the third one. I didn't include it in the video, but I was rewatching the goal that we conceded against Brentford, the third one. And Mainu, I'm not going to lie, that, like, the Brentford player who's on the edge of the box, who's got all of that time to shoot, Mainu's jogging back. Like, why is Mainu jogging back? Like, if he actually sprinted, then he could have easily caught up with that player. So it's just moments like that where you really start to question, is Mainu's heart in this formation? Because we all know Mainu's, like, somewhere between, like, an out-and-out central midfielder and a cam. So, like, realistically, he's a number, I think it's number 8, right? I don't know. It's been a long day. I think that's number 8, where, like, you're not like a deeper midfielder, but you're not in the midfield. You're kind of, like, occupying that space of, like, left central mid. Like, I think that is Kobbie Mainoo's ideal position, left central mid. But the problem with that is, in this system, he either has to play as a cam or he has to play as a central midfielder who's going to be defensively aware. So it's like, I really think that he's of the same mind as Garnacho, and he's just thinking, same mind as Garnacho, Rashford, and now Mainu. All of these players think, this system does not suit how I play. I just want to leave. I think that's what it's looking like anyway. Where are we? Mainu played the pivot in a back 5 for England. He played the pivot, but who did he play the pivot next to? And also, international football isn't the same as, like, Premier League football. We know that, Nav. Come on. We know that. Who did Mainu play the pivot with in for England? Would never happen, Nav. I'm cooking admin. A man can dream. To either find a way to incorporate him like he did with Ahmad, or be honest with him and let him go get game time elsewhere. Yeah, I agree with that, Nilayan. I would be shocked if we keep Mainu in Jan, if he still hasn't got game time. Because, I'm not going to lie, Casemiro is actually having a decent season. I mean, other than the red card, Casemiro has been good this season. So's Bruno Fernandes, obviously. So, like, I don't think we can just squeeze Mainu in. I just don't think we can do it. So I think the best thing is to put him on loan, get him minutes, let him get in the England squad, and then maybe he does develop as a player, and when he comes back, he can perform in the midfield. Who knows? If you want to include Mainu into the team, he has to start when the game is 0-0. He can't play in the game when it needs to speed up to either win it or get an equaliser. But then surely Mainu would look, like, even better against tired legs. But then he still looks kind of lethargic, you know? he's got that Pogba run where like he just wants to go at his own pace. There's no intensity to the play, and I don't know. I feel like United fans have been very scarred by that in the past, and I think that's the United of old. I think he is a United of old player, but is he going to fit into the new United? I don't know. Honestly, get a Baleba or Wharton and pair him up with Mainu and put Bruno as a left 10. But then what do you do with bloody Mount and Cunha, Nav? Are they just bench players now? Both players that we spent like 50, 60 mil on? He won't run, that's his problem. Got too many 10s then, Nav. Rice. Yeah, so, I mean, I think Mainu can play in like a midfield pivot with a Rice, because then he's allowed to obviously get further forward. He can also be defensive, but then you put him next to a Casemiro who's not got the legs, or a Bruno Fernandes who's also attack-minded. It's not looking good, bruv. Rotation options, Rice. We have Bruno, Mount, Cunha, and Mbuemo then. Can't have two of them sitting on the bench. Nav, England right now currently are playing in a group full of Sunday League, Monday to Friday alcoholics, and yet they are gaslighting Tuchel because he has 15 points. All right, hey, Tuchel is going to bring it home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. I am really looking forward to the World Cup, not going to lie. I'm looking forward to England getting knocked out in the group stages. Sell Bruno next season. Nav, shut up, mate. You're not cooking, mate. You're freezing. You're freezing cold with that one. Kobe Mainu is trying his best, working hard and creating no problems. Ruben Amorim wants him to stay. Again, what we want is not always what we get. I'm sorry, Amorim. I think you're going to have to literally let him go if you want to actually keep that relationship alive with the player. City had Sane, Sterling, Mahrez, Foden, and Silva at one point. Yeah, but then literally Sane went to Bayern. Like he literally moved to Bayern because of the fact they didn't get game time. So we can have all of them, but at some point, it's not going to keep group harmony very well if there's too many cams. Too many cams. Sterling, Mahrez, and Foden. Yeah, I don't know, mate. I don't know. And finally, Manchester United and Crystal Palace are interested in Jobe Bellingham, with the midfielder growing frustrated over his lack of playing time at Borussia Dortmund. Would you guys take Jobe Bellingham? Yes or no? Not to mention Kevin De Bruyne, who always played. Yeah, but some of them are wingers, some of them are like central attacking midfielders, and also the fact that like Man City were playing a lot of games in like Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. We've got like no games this season, man. We've got no games. No, says Caleb. He's overrated, says Nav. Okay, we are not a fan of Jobe Bellingham. I think it would be pretty sad to miss out on Jude Bellingham and then just go for his younger brother. But that's the thing. I mean, it's interesting with Jude as well because he has come out, Jude Bellingham that is, he has come out and said that he did support Manchester United as a kid. And he said like he's always open to going to the Premier League eventually. So I think if United actually get their shiz together in the next couple of years, I think there's a good possibility that we could get Jude Bellingham. I genuinely think there is. By the way, folks, if you are new to the stream, please be sure to hit that like button. It does help keep the lights on at Old Truthford Incorporated. And be sure to subscribe. We are going to be going live every single night covering the latest Manchester United news, other than when we post videos. And the days that we post videos on the current schedule is going to be Sundays and Wednesdays. So 2 videos every single week. And we go live every single night covering the latest Manchester United transfer news. So please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. One day Bellingham will play for United. I do feel like that's going to happen. If we're good enough, that is. Stay away from Dortmund players. There's another freedom fighter on the screen right there. Thoughts on Zerk? Thoughts on Zerk? I'd say he's probably just going to leave in the summer, if we're being honest. I don't think he's good enough for the Premier League. That's why Amorim doesn't trust him enough to play those minutes. Did he play against Grimsby? Realistically, I'm looking at all of the people who played against Grimsby Town and questioning whether, do you have a future at Man United? So let's see all of the players who've started against Grimsby Town. So we're looking at, Zirkzee didn't even start, but we're looking at Sesko, Cunha, Ahmad, Mainu, Ugarte, Dorgu, Delo, Fredrickson, Heaven, Maguire, Onana. I thought Zerk started that game, I'm not going to lie. Zerk really hasn't even been given a chance this season. That's what I will say. Zerk hasn't been given a chance this season. But from what I have seen of him, I don't see anything different in his play from when he was obviously getting starts. So, in my personal opinion, he's another one that I'd sell while clubs are still interested in him. This would be the end of his second season. I'm pretty sure there's been stories saying that Omar Barada's of the belief that, players get 2 seasons. If they don't prove themselves, then we should get rid. And this is going to be the end of Zerk's second season. So get rid, in my opinion. That's my 2 pence on Zerk. What about you, Nav? What do you think about him? And everyone else, what do you think about the Zerk situation that he finds himself in? Oh, Jesus, here we go again with I supported United as a kid, and then he comes and hates United. He supported Chelsea as a kid. Ooh, some cynicism there from our beloved Jude, Mr. Keith. He hasn't hit the ground running under Xavi. He has not. He has not indeed. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about, is that Job? Or who's not hit the ground running under Xavi? Not sure if you've answered this, but if you could pick 3 transfers to fix the team, who would they be? Oh, that's a whole video in itself, but 3 transfers to fix the team. Okay, one sec, guys. This will be a good chance to show you this. So, if everyone were fit, this would be my ideal team. Let me get this up for you. So if everyone were fit, this would be my ideal team. Let me just move him over here. Okay. If everyone were fit right now, this would be my ideal team. For me personally, I've gone with Mount over Cunha because I think he provides something which Mount doesn't, a lot of energy. I do think that Cunha does provide energy as well, but I think his game's more centered around getting an opportunity to shoot and then striking. So I'm going to say 3 transfers to fix the team. Okay, who would I replace out of these 3? So I would take out Casemiro and I would replace him with, personally, I would replace him with João Neves. I think João Neves next to Bruno Fernandes would have been amazing. And the fact that we didn't get him and we ended up buying Ugarte as well for like 10 million cheaper hurts my soul to this day. And best believe Ugarte will be getting his own video. Then, okay, so I'm going to go João Neves. I'm going to say, I'm going to say a goalkeeper. I don't know who. I'd maybe say a higher quality goalkeeper than Sen, but then he's looked pretty decent, so it's too early to say. I would bring in a goalkeeper. I'm gonna say João Neves, a left wing back. Who's that left wing back that I'm obsessed with? How old is he though now? Still only 27. I'd go for DeMarco from Inter Milan. So I'm going to say DeMarco left wing back. I'm going to say João Neves in the midfield. And who else? Maybe a centre back. Which centre back would I bring? Maybe Guehi from Palace. So I'd go João Neves, DeMarco, and Guehi. And I honestly think that midfield, like that whole team, would have so much energy in it that we would absolutely cook, in my opinion. If I only had 3 transfers. What about you, Nilian? Sell him. He hasn't hit the ground running at United since coming. I don't remember any memorable performances bar Arsenal. Yep, very true, Nav. Very true. He got a goal against Everton, I think, in that like 4-0 that we won under Amorim. But other than that, literally nothing. I can't remember anything from Zerk. Bellingham under Xavi. Yeah. Okay, so you're saying to do Jude Bellingham hasn't hit the ground running under Xavi. Hasn't he been injured, though? I thought Bellingham's been injured. Cunha for Mount, and then it's perfect. Do you not think that Cunha takes too many shots, though, Nav? Like, it feels as though he's trying to be the hero a bit too much. Like, I understand he hasn't scored his first United goal yet, but it seems like he's a bit, what's the word? He's a bit desperate for that goal, and he's not thinking about his overall play enough, in my opinion. CDM, central mid, left wing back, and centre back. Yeah, I do think that it's mainly centre back, left wing back, and central mid. I mean, we could arguably go for a right wing back, but I just think that the order should be Ahmad, Mazraoui, and then Delo can fill in left wing back or right wing back if we want to keep him in the squad. Then yeah, he can be like the back. He can be like the 5th choice. He can be like, we've got 2 players for like every position. So on the left wing back we have DeMarco and Dorgu, and on the right wing back we have Ahmad and we have Mazraoui, and then Delo can be that 5th player who fills in case like the other 2 main players get injured or whatever. DeMarco, Vitinha, I can't say his name, Caravacelia. If I'm going full FIFA career mode, unrealistic mode. Vitinha. So would you pair Vitinha up against next to Fernandes? Because I just don't think that would work, personally. I think Vitinha's a bit too... We need someone quite physical in the midfield. We need someone who brings like quite a lot of energy. I feel like João Neves is that guy. But then again, yeah, I obviously could go with Baleba as well, but that's just me dreaming that we sign João Neves instead. I would go for Baleba, Wharton, Davies, and Guehi. Backup right wing back and striker. Semi-realistic. Okay, I see the vision there. Nav. I mean, I know that we're going for Premier League proven, but I do think we do need to like look into other markets as well. I love when you ask someone what their top 3 transfers are and they give you 5 instead. Very true. Shots fired to Nav. Shots fired. Shots fired. Baleba. Ethan just wants Baleba. And who can blame him? Let's see if there's been anything new on the timeline since we've gone live. If not, we will move on and call it a night. What do you guys make of this guy? Nick Waltmarder. Obviously, Newcastle ended up with him because they couldn't get Šeško, and pretty much Isaac was desperate to leave them. But what do you guys think of him? Baleba, I want Baleba. What about the takeover rumours? Nav, don't pay any attention to the takeover rumours. They ain't happening. Baleba and Neves would be my dream signings. A midfield of Baleba and Neves. I don't know if there's enough creativity, but then again, if there's so much energy in that midfield pairing that, like, surely the cams and the wing backs can feed that creativity instead. Next to Casemiro if he stays, says the island. Vitinha next to Casemiro. Oh, I don't think Casemiro is going to stay. I think, when does his contract come to an end? Is it this season or next season? I don't know if Casemiro is going to stay. Waltmarder is better than Gyökeres. I'd agree with that. Nav's saying he's mid. Who isn't better than Jörg? Very true. Very true. What else have we got here? Marcus Rashford again, milking about being consistent, blaming the environment. Luton confirmed Jack Wilshere as their new manager. Who saw this one coming? Chris Powell will serve as his assistant. I mean, Jack Wilshere obviously hindered with injuries throughout his career, but now going into management, I'd like to think that he does fairly well because he always seemed like a bit of a maverick type of player. And on his day, he was amazing. But can he replicate that with a team? I mean, sometimes players who are just naturally gifted struggle to implement that with a team because they expect their team to do things that they could. But it's funny with coaches as well how like midfielders and defenders tend to do well, but then coaches who were forwards never tend to be that successful. Can anyone think of a coach who used to be a forward who did really, really well as a coach and won like top trophies? I can't think of too many. Walt is all right, nothing special, but I changed formation with this squad, so maybe I'm the wrong person to say lol. Nillian, man, you can't change the formation, bro. Good Peter Crouch, Walt. Nav, let me ask you something. If Waltmarder gets more goals than Isaac, Gyökeres, and Šeško this season, is he still all right? Ngazi, Cruyff. Oh, you're going far back to... You're going very far back to name those managers, Nav. It's been a while. Inzaghi. And Cruyff, bro. Okay, some people should get an ad now. And for those who didn't get an ad, shout out to you. But yeah, let's see what else we've got here. Victor Gyökeres against Kosovo. 0 goals, 0 assists, 0% of dribbles attempted successful, 0 key passes, 0 crosses, 1 ground duel won, and lost possession 8 times. Oh my god. Gyökeres is not having a good season, is he? Let's see how he does first, Keith. Inzaghi won the league with Inter admin. When? What year was that? I'd say Arteta, but you know he's done a 005 so far as a manager. Even Arteta, though, he was a midfielder. Couple of domestic trophies. When did Inzaghi win these things? Tell me more. Come on, give me the stats. And what else? Can't watch facts. We get copyrighted. Sweden have qualified for the 2027 FIFA World Cup. Okay, we look forward to slapping them up. Come on, England. Hater Central has tweeted. Let's look at Hater Central as well. We've got to look at Hater Central. Because obviously Nav introduced us to this beautiful page last stream. Midfielders are attackers essentially. Oh, come on, Keith. Don't cop out with that. What do you mean midfielders are attackers? How strictly are you defining forwards? Zidane? Nope. I need like striker, winger, That type of player, a forward. I need like an actual forward. There's not many. There's not many forwards who are managers. I mean, you see a lot of them like Rooney, Solskjaer. You see a lot of them and they don't get success. What else is going on in Hater Central? So Ferran Torres v Spain. 3 big chances missed, 1 penalty missed, 0 dribbles, 0 key passes, the shrimp. Whoever this is, teammate, 0 goal and assists, 2 big chances missed, 20 possessions lost, 9 duels lost. Is that Vlahovic? That's not Vlahovic, is it? It kind of looks like Vlahovic. You need to read the comments on Hater Central. Nav, am I going to get... Right, is this stream going to get taken down if I read these comments? Is the question. Cristiano Ronaldo v Ireland. 0 goals/assists, 6 shots off target, 1 penalty miss, 0 dribbles, 0 key passes, 2 offsides. Most penalty misses of all time. Oh my god. If Sweden knocks England out of the World Cup, I'll get a Gyökeres jersey. You've said that now, Keith. You can't go back. Can't go back, mate. That has been pinned onto this stream. Gentlemen, remember, Keith said if Sweden knocks out England out of the World Cup, I'll get a Gyökeres jersey. Vlahovic is having a stinker. No, just don't read the bad ones. It's nothing offensive. Okay, let's see. Let's read this one. This one will be good because it's got Isaac and Gyökeres. Breaking. Sweden to face Wakanda in the opening match. What the hell does that mean? This count is jokes. Okay, I can't zoom in on this. But Sweden... Wait, so Sweden haven't qualified for the World Cup? Oh, okay, so they've absolutely done us in there. I thought Sweden actually qualified. Sweden national team. Oh my god, they lost 1-0 to Kosovo. Wait, I'm so confused. What table am I looking at here? Is this like nation... What am I looking at? That's for joke admin. Wait, but then the table I was looking at... Bro, what am I looking at? Why is it showing me Nations League table? Why is it showing me the Nations League table on bloody Google instead of the World Cup qualifiers? Sorry, my bad. That absolutely had me then, because Nations League were top of their table. Oh my god. So in a group of Slovenia, Kosovo, Switzerland... Oh, we need Slovenia to... Does this mean that Slovenia also haven't qualified? Or can Slovenia still qualify, guys? Help me out. Left and right cheek are so bad. They most definitely are. Isaac Newton and yeah, okay. I don't know about these comments. But yeah, folks, we will call that a night. Let me just check for any more. Don't worry, guys. There's only 6 days until the international break is over. And we can go back to celebrating Manchester United absolutely demolishing Liverpool. But, folks, we are going to leave it there. Thank you all, by the way, for checking out the Diogo Dalot video that I posted, because it has been pretty much my best video in a while. I am getting back on the video grind, as there's a lot more content now that we're a bit of a way into the season. And like I said, I am going to be posting new vids every Sunday and Wednesday, as well as going live on the days that the vids aren't posted. I may start posting more vids as well, doing stuff like match previews and stuff like that. But we'll see how that develops with the channel. But yeah, Appreciate the support as always, guys. Let me just give a special shout out to the members, as well as Keith. Keith has not been added, but special shout out to Ethan Johnson. We'll give him a round of applause. Special shout out to the Dutch destroyer, Nick. And special shout out to Matty Scott. And special shout out to the man in the chat, Kiefer Bix. Special shout out to you too. You will be on this screen soon. Fear not. But, gentlemen, for now, did I just see Romelu Isaac? Oh, God. Hensfeld qualified for the 2027 tournament. I see. Okay. So we are going to qualify for the 2027 tournament, but World Cup. Sweden aren't going to be in World Cup. Damn. I would have liked to see them in World Cup, dropping stinkers, but folks, we'll call it an evening there. Hope you all have a delightful evening. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. But for now, Godspeed.